Morning. Good morning and welcome to this morning meditation practice. Today's practice is inspired by a post that my friend Meredith Weiss put on the group discussion thread about the importance of creating space. So we're just beginning, and I know that people are coming in. Sometimes it's a little tricky to catch the live broadcast as it starts. So I will talk to you for a few minutes before we start the actual reflection practice. And I want to start by saying that space is creating space, right? Whether it's a physical space or time in space or a spaciousness within us, it's a subjective process. Some people may be happy just with having a small room that they can call their personal space because they have no privacy, because especially during these times of quarantine are sharing space with many others. And some people may need the vastness of a walk on the beach with the open space of sand and water and sky to be nourished. And in all honesty, the same person may feel nourished by these different things at different times. Part of my ritual during this time, before they opened the parks and the beaches here in Florida, was to simply drive by the ocean. And I would do this almost daily. There was something so soothing about the openness, the spaciousness of the view of the ocean, of the water, the normalcy, the beauty of that persists regardless of us human beings doing whatever we do to make it difficult for the world around us. So spaciousness is a term, feeling, a concept that may very well mean different things to different people. But we all know that when we create a space for love in our hearts, it benefits both us and everyone around us. There's a beautiful group on Facebook, I think it's called View from My Window, that was started by a graphic designer on a whim and exploded into over 2 million members in this time of the corona. And it's so endearing and heartwarming and sometimes heartbreaking to see the view from different people's windows. And it could be the very narrow view of the wall of the adjacent building, like one nurse in New York posted from her hospital workplace. It could be the incredible vast view of the mountains in Colorado, a beautiful view of the rolling hills of Tuscany in Italy, a brown and yellow view of a village in Sudan. All these spaces representing all these people and their lives create space in my own heart of love and compassion for the shared experience that is being human on this planet at this time. So today's meditation is about creating a space within us, around us, a space in our day, a space for inquiry, a space for relationships, a space for friendships. At the end of the day, when we look back, perhaps, the last day of our life, when we look back, what mattered to us most? And I can only speak for myself, assuming that what would matter to me most when I look back are the relationships that I've created over the years. Another degree, more or less, another certification, this size house, that size house, a pool, not a pool. Perhaps less so. And sometimes we forget as we go through our routine the importance of creating space for love, for meaningful relationships, for ourselves in the world in a way that is meaningful to us. So, good morning to those who are joining me live. Thank you so much for taking the time. And if you're viewing this later, I appreciate you taking the time and the space for yourself later on in the day. Let me know that you took the time and you created space in your day, in your mind, for a practice of reflection. Perhaps now it is time to find yourself a comfortable position, and you could be sitting up, perhaps your back supported or not, or you could be lying down. If you tend to fall asleep, perhaps lying down not the best option for you. But you are where you are, creating the space and time for this practice. And then gently close your eyes. Today I have my brass bowl. Soon I will ring the gong, play the bell, indicating the beginning of today's practice. Allow yourself to settle down and go inward. As you take this time for yourself, a time for reflection in relaxation. There is so much going in the world right now. I'm choosing today to go inward and contemplate a space within our hearts, our minds, our body, a space for inquiry, for nourishment, for love. Let your attention rest on your breath as it is, the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice perhaps the rise and fall of the chest. I invite you to take a long, deep breath in, perhaps the count of 4. 4 in, 4 out. A few like this. As your deep breath moves your chest, massaging in the back the vagus nerve, allowing the parasympathetic system to enhance your comfort and relaxation. 4 in, 4 out. Returning to the natural rhythm of your breath, now inviting the body into relaxation. The feet, the toes, releasing. The ankles relaxing. Lower legs softening. Knees releasing. As attention rests on the upper legs, every muscle, nerve and fiber releasing now, relaxing and softening. The pelvic area sinking into the surface on which you're sitting or lying down. The abdomen, the lower back releasing. The chest and upper back. Each in-breath an invitation for even more relaxation. Each out-breath sends relaxation throughout your body and your mind. Shoulders releasing, relaxation all the way down the arms to the fingertips. The neck, the throat opening and softening. Face muscles releasing even more, inviting a loosening of the jaws, an opening of the lips with relaxation. Perhaps as you lie there, eyes closed, body relaxing, becoming aware of a space all around you, noticing the spaciousness that begins with you in space, and the space expanding from wherever you are further out, perhaps to the rest of the house you're in or apartment, to your neighborhood, expanding, expanding, expanding even more. As you rest comfortably, safe, let the breath bring you back to the body. And imagine yourself now. Notice the breath as it creates space. Each in-breath expanding the space within the body. Each out-breath sending space all around you. For a moment, let the mind rest on this word, space, and simply notice what comes up. An inquiry, a curiosity, space, an open awareness. Simply notice. Can you conjure up in your mind a safe space for yourself? And this can be a physical space, one you have visited, perhaps the one you're in right now, perhaps one that you simply imagine. Or it could be a safe space in the sense of the people you're with. What is safe space for you? Create it in your mind and allow yourself to rest in the comfort of that safety. As you rest in your safe space, alone or with others, notice the feeling in the body, the sensations in your physical body. What comes with this space? Perhaps a further relaxation. Possibly a sense of trust. And I mentioned people, but this can be any beings. Your loved dog, your favorite horse. We find comfort and safety in different ways. And while we are all different, we are exactly the same. Resting in this safe space of your creation. Now let the mind inquire, what else are you creating space for? What else would you desire having more space for in your life? Take a moment. As thoughts come up in the mind, can you notice the space between the thoughts? Perhaps fleeting, and yet there. Let yourself rest in the space between the thoughts. As you receive information, knowledge, and wisdom of where do you desire and crave space in your life. Can you see how taking this space for contemplation, for reflection, creating this space in time allows you a different view from your window, a view from the window of your soul. We know life is full of challenges, of plans disrupted, and yet, what is possible? What space can you create in your life that nourishes you? Perhaps space for meditation. Possibly space in time for spending it in relationships. Perhaps space between thoughts that allows you to pause and with wisdom taking charge of your mind and sending the next thought where you'd like it to go. Perhaps a space in time for yourself, simply being in open awareness. Noticing. From a place of spaciousness, can you notice your heart opening? From a place of spaciousness, can you see forgiveness and love? Forgiveness and love as an expansion of your view. From a place of spaciousness, can you see the moments of joy, of gratitude, of beauty? Simply let yourself be here, creating this space for yourself in your mind, allowing you to rest in spaciousness. Your vast view guides you. As you look out the window of your soul, what do you see? As you expand the space in your heart, how does it feel? Take a moment. Creating space in the heart for love. Creating space in the mind for curiosity, for reflection. Creating space in time for yourself to be. Expanding space as you notice what is truly important for you. Let us return to the breath, to the rise and fall of the chest with each breath, to the rise and fall of the abdomen as you breathe deeply, creating space in the body, expanding your view. Enhancing the vastness of your heart. Breathing in and out. Noticing the space within you. The space all around you. Soon the bell will sound, the bowl will sound, indicating the completion of today's practice. Taking your time, bringing movement to the body, perhaps gently letting the eyes flutter and open, or not, as we come to the end of today's practice. Thank you again to my friend Meredith Weiss for the inspiring post that moved me into this meditation practice. I really appreciate you. Creating space. Space in our hearts, space between our thoughts, space in our day. Expanding our view. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your presence, whether it's here now live or later. If you are kind enough to make a comment to let me know that you've watched this now or later, I would greatly appreciate it. For now, have a wonderful, meaningful day. Creating space. Thank you.